Energy and Commerce Committee, the gentleman from Hood River, Oregon, Mr. Walden.
The gentleman from Oregon is recognized for 3 minutes.
My colleagues, let's set the record straight about Children's Health Insurance Program, funding for community health centers, stopping the cuts on our low-income hospitals, extending the special diabetes program for Native Americans. As chairman of the Energy and Commerce Committee, I can tell you we did our work. We held hearings, we held markups, we brought a package to the floor and approved on November 2nd. Tragically, only a dozen or so Democrats voted for that package at that time. It was fully funded. Community health centers would add 2 years of funding. The Children's Health Insurance Program, 5 years, and the largest funding amount ever accorded to CHIP. Special Diabetes Program, funded. We care about these programs as a conference. And yet it was a partisan divide, tragically, and it went to the Senate where they couldn't find the votes to pass it. So we have come back consistently thereafter to approve children's health care. The Children's Health Insurance Program provides insurance coverage for 9 million American children and pregnant women. We all support that as a Congress. We have had to emergency extend the funding in various continuing resolutions, most of which my colleagues on the Democratic side have opposed. Today we find ourselves with 7 states about to run out of money and cancellation notices going out to about 2 million people. This is unnecessary, it is unconscionable, it should not happen, but it is, and that is why the Children's Health Insurance Program now can be funded for 6 years in the CR we all voted on, and nearly every Democrat voted against. But we can do 6 years of funding for CHIP, and with the changes in other law and the tax code, we did not have to identify ways to pay for it. That's already taken care of. That is why it is troubling to me to hear the remarks of some of my colleagues who say they're all for this, they want to vote for this, when we have given the entire House this opportunity on numerous occasions to fund children's health insurance, to fund community health centers, to fund the special diabetes programs. We didn't have to be here. And you sure as heck didn't have to shut down the government. Our choice yesterday was vote to fund the government or not. Vote to fund children's health insurance for 9 million children. And by the way, states like mine, that also includes DACA kids. So when you voted against that yesterday, you voted not to provide insurance to children and pregnant women in our states. That is wrong. We are here to govern. We are governing as Republicans. We will get this government up and running, and we will take care of those children. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired.